Hello guys, welcome to a new video. And in this new video, we are going to go over section 2.0. And the one that we're going to go over is 2.1D, which is configure and verify security for NTP. And NTP stands for Network um, Time Protocol. So let's go ahead and go over this PowerPoint real quick. And what is the Network Time Protocol? Well, it is a client-server protocol where a client computer request time and information from a NTP server, and the NTP server you set it up has the master, and the master means that the router is going to be the server. So that's how we configure the NTP server. And NTP uses UDP port 123. Um, UDP means that you want to get there as fast as you can. Um, but if you lose packets in the um, on the way there, you won't be able to retransmit the package. It's not like TCP. And to set up NTP, you need to go off the Coordinate Universal Time, or CUT, and which is the primary time standard by which the world regulates clocks and time. So that's what we're going to be using, UCT time. And NTP will not let you have access to your computer. Let's say that in your company you only have access from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., but the clock has the wrong time. It is 7 a.m., but when you arrive there it's 8 a.m., but the router thinks or the computer thinks it's 7 a.m. and the server thinks it's 7 a.m., it won't give you access. So that's why NTP is really important. And also, whenever you are troubleshooting a router and you want to take a look at the logs, you want to make sure that the logs are actually accurate. Okay, and you can use Stratum Levels, which Stratum defines the distance from the reference clock, and the reference clock is a Stratum 0, and which is the device that is assumed to be accurate and has little or no delay associated with it. And let's take a look at how many Stratum levels there are. I think there are 8 or 15. There we go. So there is 15 Stratum levels. If you want to go to Google Images, and you can see various Stratum levels, like 0 right here. This one are atomic clocks, GNSS reference clocks, radio clocks, as you can see over here. Stratum level 1 are time server with internal time reference or input reference from a Stratum 0 device. And you have the Stratum 2, which are servers, 3 more servers, and then down here you have the clients and the computers and all that, and the routers and the switches. Okay, so here are your Stratum levels. So now let's go ahead and configure a lab because you are supposed to configure and verify security for NTP. So let's go ahead and do that for you guys. And I have a lab over here. I'm using GNS3. I don't know if all the commands that I'm going to be using you're going to be able to do it for, or you're going to be able to do in Packet Tracer. So if you have GNS3, just go ahead and run GNS3. So let's go ahead and start with those commands. The first thing that I want to do a show clock and see what time, the time and the date that my router has. And the time that it says that it is Wednesday, May 22nd, 2019, which is really close, but it is saying that it's 4:31 p.m. And right now it is Tuesday, May 21st, 2019, and it is 8 p.m. as you can see right here, 20:05. So before we do anything else, we need to set my clock. So clock set, and you need to set it by the hour first. Oh 05, let's put a couple seconds, and then you need to put the month, May, the day, which is 21st of 2019. There we go. So now if we do a show clock, you should see that clock update, and it is Tuesday, May 21st, 2019. Great. Let's go ahead to config T. And now the first thing I need to do is set up the NTP server. So you need to do a master one with a Stratum level. As you can see right here, the Stratum level that I want to set up to, I want it to be Stratum level 1. And then after that, I want to configure some security measures. And the first one that I want to do is Ntp Associations or Max associations, and I want to set up to like 5 because let's say that I only want 5 devices that request time for my server, and if I only have 5 other um, routers, what's going to happen is if somebody else tries to hack me doing NTP, my router is going to see that it is an extra router and it won't and it's just going to deny that NTP request. So that is a security measure that you can implement. So Ntp Max Associations, and then after that I want to do an NTP, um, and the NTP I want to do a source. And I think I configure, oh, I haven't configured my interfaces yet, but it's going to go off of fast Ethernet 0/0. So let's go ahead and put fast Ethernet 0/0. And then let's go ahead and configure fast Ethernet 0/0 before I do anything else. Now shut down. Let's do it on the client as well. And then let's try to ping 192.168.1.1, see if we have connectivity. And there we go. So we are able to ping from the client, we're able to ping the server. So we have connectivity, and that's good. So now I ended up by doing the NTP source, and this NTP source fast Ethernet 0/0. What that is going to do is um, it is only going to allow requests to come in from this interface and this interface only. If we get NTP requests from another interface, my router is going to deny it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and turn on um, authentication on this router. If I know how to spell it, authenticate, authenticate. Let's see, NTP. Huh. So on this router, I cannot do that. NTP. Oops. Oh, that's because I'm on the interface. Let's go ahead and exit out of here. NTP authenticate. Here we go. I was worried a little bit. So let's go ahead and turn authenticate on, and then let's configure an authentication key. And the key that I want to do is I want to the key number is going to be key 1. That's the key that I'm going to be using. And the authentication is MD5. So we're going to hash it with MD5. And then the key name I want to set up to my key, all in lowercase. If you put any capital letters over there, make sure that you capitalize on the client as well because it is case sensitive, like always, right? And there it is. And now after that, I want to configure NTP peer and the NTP peer that first, before I do that, let's do a NTP trusted key 1. And this is saying that I want you to authenticate with key 1. So I want my peer, I want the client to authenticate with key 1 and key 1 only. And the key 1 that I set up right here was my key. Okay, so trust the key, only trust key 1. Do not use any other keys. That's what I'm telling it. And then let's go to NTP peer. Let's configure my peer, which is 192.168.2.1.2. And the key that I want that peer to use is key 1. Okay, so that's great. So we have configured my NTP master or my Ntp server, and I have configured some security measure with trusted key, peer key 1, authentication, Ntp associations, and I also did what was the other one and the source. So now let's go ahead and go to the client, and from the client, let's do a show clock to see what time it is over here first. And this one is saying the same thing that the other one was saying. It was saying that it was May 22nd. So now let's go ahead and go to config T. And from config T, we need to um, first set up the Ntp server. I wanted to tell which one is going to be the server that I want to get my information from, which is 1.1. After that, I want to do an NTP um, authenticate to turn on authentication, and then NTP authentication and the key that I want to use is Q1 because that's the key that I have set to be trusted on my master or my server. So Q1, so Ntp Q1, and then do MD5, and then set up my key because that was the key that I set up on the master. If you want to verify that, you can do run or show run pipe section Ntp, and it's actually hashed, so we won't be able to see it. But I remember I set it up to my key. Let's see if we can go up and take a look at it. Here we go, my key. That's the one I set up. So let's go ahead to the client. So authentic, turn on authentication key MD5. Um, let's see if we're able to get the time now. Do show clock, and there we go. We have received the time from the server. As you can see, Tuesday, May 21st, 2019. 2019, before it was just saying that it was coming from that it was saying that it was Wednesday, May 22nd, 2019, but now it is set to um, May 21st, just the same as the master. So if you do show clock, there we go. They are both the same with the same time and all that and the date. And also, one more thing that I forgot to set, I want to set my clock time zone. And the time zone that I want to set up to is EST -4. -4, that means that that's um, the time of the C, what is it, the CUT? Yep. So EST is -4 from on CUT. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. So that is great. So the clock has been updated with that time zone. And then other thing that you could do is you can have an access list. And what I want you to do, I want to configure an access list from here. And I want to do an access list 97. And I want to permit 192.168.1.1 and that 1.1 only. We can do permit host. And then let's do access list 97. Denied any log because I want to deny anything else. Um, if it's not coming from this, which is my server, I just want to deny it. Okay, that's what I'm doing right here. And then you can do an Ntp access group and set up that with 97 or access group. Hmm, I thought you could do, okay, peer 192.168.1.1. Isn't that how you supposed? Oops, peer access list 97, and there it is. So that's, I believe that's how you set it up. Ntp access group, right? Ntp access group, query only server. Oops, not the peer. Let's go ahead and say no because the peer, the client is the peer. You want to set up Ntp access group server and then 97 for the access group or the access list. So that's how you configure Ntp. And if you want to verify, you can do a show Ntp Associations, and you're going to see that association, which is the address of 192.168.1.1, and the reference clock from that is local, Stratum level of 1, um, pool 64, reach 377, delay 36.1, and this is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you enjoy this video, go ahead and hit like, subscribe to my channel, and also if you have a Twitter account, hey, you can just go ahead and follow me on Twitter at CCNA Daily Tips. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.